Today, the topic of discussion is brachial plexus. Learning objectives are the formation of brachial plexus and how to draw the brachial plexus. Brachial plexus is a major nerve network. It supplies the upper limb. It begins in the neck and extends into the axilla. Almost all branches of the brachial plexus arise in the axilla. It is divided mainly into two parts, supraclavicular and infraclavicular part by the clavicle. It is formed by the union of anterior rami of the last four cervical and the first thoracic nerves, which constitute the roots of the brachial plexus. Okay, for the formation of the brachial plexus, firstly we will write down C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Now these C5 and C8 will combine. C7 will go straight and C8 and T1 will also combine. These were the roots. Then by the combination of the C5 and the C6, there will be formation of the trunk. This one is the upper trunk. So these are the now trunks. C7 will go straight and will form the middle trunk. C8 and T1 roots will combine to form the lower trunk. After that, we come to the deviance. The upper trunk will divide into the ventral and the dorsal devian. Same will be the case with the other trunks. Middle and the lower trunk also divide into the ventral and the dorsal devian, like this. This is very simple and easy to draw, not any hard and fast rule. Then the ventral devian of the upper trunk and the ventral devian of the middle trunk, both of them will combine like this. And these will form the cord. Which cord? Lateral cord. Then dorsal devian of both three trunks means dorsal devian of the upper trunk, dorsal devian of the middle trunk and dorsal devian of the lower trunk will combine to form which cord? Yes, posterior cord. Now we are left with just one devian, which is ventral devian of the lower trunk. Now this ventral devian will come into the middle and will form the medial cord. So as you can see, what are the different parts of the brachial plexus? How will it form? We have the roots, trunks, devians, cords, and later on we will also discuss the branches. We discussed that the brachial plexus mainly form from the anterior rami of the lower fourth cervical and the thoracic nerve, first T1. So by the combination of the C5 and the C6, there is the formation of the upper trunk. C7 will go straight and form the middle trunk. C8 and T1 roots will combine to form the lower trunk. After the formation of the trunks, these trunks will give rise to the ventral and the dorsal devians, as you can see. Now the ventral devian of the upper and the middle trunk will meet and form the lateral cord. Then dorsal devians of all the three trunks will combine to form the posterior cord. Then the ventral deviation of the lower cord will come into the midline and form the medial cord. I hope this is clear. Yes. After that, we will discuss the branches one by one. Branches of the lateral cord. First of all, LML. L for the lateral pectoral nerve. M for the musculocutaneous nerve. And L for the lateral root of median nerve. Very easy name. Then branches from the medial cord will be, formula is very simple. Triple M U. Medial cord M, so M. It is very easy to remember. So first M indicates the medial pectoral nerve. Second M, medial cutaneous nerve of arm and forearm. Then medial cutaneous nerve of arm you can say for this M, and medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm for this M. And now we are left with the U. It indicates the ulnar nerve. Now come to the branches of the posterior cord, for which you remember this formula or mnemonic ultra. U for the upper subscapular. L for the lower subscapular nerve. T for the thoracodorsal. R for the radial nerve. And A for the axillary nerve. These are all the branches which arise from the cords: lateral cord, medial cord and the posterior cord. Then there are also some branches from the roots. For example, from the roots we have two branches. Number one is the dorsal scapular nerve and second one is the long thoracic nerve. Here will be the dorsal scapular nerve, so its root value will be C5, and long thoracic nerve will have contribution from the C5, C6 and C7. So its root value will be C5, C6 and C7. Then branches from the upper trunk are also there. These are nerve to the subclavius and suprascapular nerve. These are the two branches from the upper trunk: nerve to subclavius and suprascapular nerve. This is the upper trunk, so the nerve to subclavius will be here, while the suprascapular nerve will be here. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.